This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, Link?
Doing good. Always good to see you.
Good to see you too.
As of the airing of this episode, we are done with Thanksgiving, and we're setting our sights on the end of the year. A little Christmas cheer, straight into some New Year's madness. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that our Thanksgiving was awesome, but we'll have to wait until the next episode to talk about it because we had to record one more before I came out there.
Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll give them a catch up on.
That's right.
How all of it went and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Link, I got a guy I met at a young guy, like 16 or 17 years old.
Okay.
And he's a national champion, like teenager in shag dancing.
Really?
And I'm giving a holler-out to Tucker.
Holler-out,
I told him
Tucker.
I get. So, and man, this boy him and his, I can't remember what her name was, and the girl he dances with, they can get with it.
Is she a retired older lady?
No, this girl's a teenager too. You have to be in the same age group to be able to dance in that group.
All right, good.
In the age group.
It's good that they have those type of rules so things don't get weird.
Yeah,
right. It's also nice to hear that the next generation is getting into shagging.
That's correct.
It's not a dying art.
Yeah, that we're trying. You know, I've done it on this show and with Dispatches and bring it up, and that's the reason I bring it, because I want to let people know that it's still alive and well.
So how can you make shagging appeal to teenagers?
I mean, if you like to dance and do stuff like that and like good music like we have and listen to, it's just like any other genre that they're growing up with, different kind of music and everything is something that they can get involved in, and it's a good, clean thing that they can be involved in, and they won't be getting in any trouble.
As opposed to
something.
what? Like what? I mean, you saying it's a good, clean thing. Like you thinking that the teenagers are getting into dirty things?
Well, I was a teenager one time, and I probably done some things I shouldn't have done. And
shagging could have kept you off the streets. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It might could have done that. Of course, I mean, I used to shag dance when I was a teenager, but I wasn't doing it exactly correct. I didn't never take lessons, but I had a good time with it trying to do it. So
I bet you did.
But
well, that's good. Shagging continues with the next generation. Tucker, you're keeping hope alive for my father and all the other beach music enthusiasts.
That would be correct.
Keep it up, son.
Yeah. So what else has been up with you, son? You got anything to?
I don't know.
Or you just trying to do like we're doing, get ready for the end of the year and go on vacation?
I'm trying to think about some gifts to buy people earlier this year. I'm trying to, because the thing that I do is I just kind of put all that on Christy's plate, and there's inevitably there's a point, and it's always too late, where she says, you know what, I don't know why am I the one that's in charge of getting all the presents? You need to be getting some presents. So this year, I'm trying to get ahead of it. I'm trying to.
Well, you can tell her y'all way ahead because you already got me my present.
That's right. That green egg grill.
And man, I've been burning that thing up.
Oh yeah? Have you tried? Have you tried a pizza on it yet?
No, I ain't done that yet.
Okay, well, you got to try that, but you need a pizza stone, and you need to get that thing up to 600 degrees, 500, 600. What else have you done?
I've done chicken wings. I've cooked hamburgers on it. Mm-hmm. And then Nancy and I had this little party, and I don't know how I ended up doing, but I cooked tortilla chips, or them little chips that you do with tacos and stuff. I heated them up to put all the stuff on them on that thing in a pan.
You made the nachos. You heated up the nachos on the grill.
Yep.
I bet they tasted good, like a little smoky.
Oh yeah, they were good. Well, you couldn't put them right on the grill. You had to put them in the pan. They'd get so hot and be done. They just fall all to pieces. So I figured I put them on a pan and heated them up and turned out pretty good.
All right.
I'm still looking forward. I ain't done it yet and I did it, I cooked this chicken at Thanksgiving, but one of these days I got to cook me some barbecue chicken on it and just shut the lid and let it roll.
Yeah, and see how low and slow you can go.
That's right.
Because you can do it like that, like you do on your pig cooker.
Yeah, that's what right. That's what this stuff leading up with my green egg that you and Christy got us, that I'm getting kind of used to how to regulate and get the heat down or keep it with the draft and the control on it, how to do that.
You open up the one at the bottom, you open up the one at the top, and then you gotta, it sucks in through the bottom, I think, and then it comes out the top, yeah.
Yep.
Next time you come out here, you're gonna be teaching me stuff about it. You probably will have used yours more than a year than I did in the 8 years I've had mine, so I'm all ears.
And you sent me that pizza thing that goes on the grill, but are you saying that when I use that, I still need Nancy's got one of them stones that you set on top of it to put the pizza on?
Well, you put an insert inside of it so that the heat is indirect.
Yeah.
And then, so it's more of a convection oven, and it's not direct. And then, but then you want to put the pizza stone in there and heat that up, and then you want to put the pizza on the hot stone.
All right. Well.
And you can use parchment paper if you want to.
Okay.
But Are you taking notes? Oh,
I'm getting me a lozenge.
Okay.
A lozenge.
All right.
It's time for another edition of Myrtle Beach Mailbag. Link, we got an email from Emma. It says, everyone talks about your accent and Link's accent, especially how it has changed. Mm-hmm. There's an interesting dialect quiz that predicts where you are from based on how you say certain words or phrases.
Oh.
I would love to see you and Link take this quiz to see where it thinks each of you are from. My dad's results stayed the same, but mine changed between years I moved.
Okay.
This is interesting.
So we got this thing pulled up so we can fill it out. I think we can only do it for one person at a time. So
okay.
I'm going to walk you through this and you give me your answer. 25 questions. We'll keep it kind of quick. How would you address a group of 2 people or more? You all, yous, you lot, you guys, yins, you, other, or y'all?
Y'all.
Y'all, okay. But you've known people who've said yuns, right?
Known people that said what?
Yuns.
Absolutely not.
You've never heard anybody say, yuns need to get your act together.
Oh. Well, I don't know if it'd be more like young'uns you need to get your act together.
No, that's not it. All right, next question. What do you call a sweetened carbonated beverage? Soda, pop, Coke, tonic, soft drink, lemonade, Coca-Cola, fizzy drink, dope, or other? Coca-Cola?
Soft drink. I call it a soft drink.
Okay. I thought you would call it a Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola with an R on the end.
No, because I'm a Diet Mountain Dew man, so Coca-Cola, they ain't got that on there. So that's the reason I'd call it a soft drink.
Well, they have Coke and they have Coca-Cola.
Yes, they do.
But all right, he's going with soft drink. I would be going with Coke. And in my past, I would be going with Coca-Cola. I need a Coca-Cola. What do you call the area of grass in the middle of some streets? Maybe you can just answer it outright. Grass in the middle of streets. So you got people going one way and
traffic island.
Traffic. All right, is it boulevard, midway, traffic island, neutral ground? You don't have a word for this. Median.
Well, I don't know if this is kind of
I'm breaking his brain here.
middle one, man.
The grass in the middle of a road. What do you call it?
The median.
All right, median. That's what I call it. Yep. All right. What do you call the long sandwich that contains cold cuts, lettuce, and so on? Just go ahead and tell me. Don't even read the answers.
A sub.
Sub. Yep. Not a grinder, not a hoagie, not a hero, not a poor boy, not a bomber, not an Italian sandwich, not a baguette. Definitely not a sarnie.
No, I mean, I just say I'm going to get a sub, and I just order the kind of sub I want.
That's right. Sub. I agree with that. How do you pronounce the second syllable of the word pajamas? How do you say that word? P-A-J-A.
Pajamas.
Okay. With the vowel in palm. Jamas. Yep. Not the vowel in jam. It's not jammas. It's jamas. I agree.
Pajamas.
Yep.
That's right.
What do you call the small road parallel to the highway? Don't read the answers, just tell me.
The service road.
Service road. I call that a frontage road. So you don't call it an access road, a feeder road, a gateway.
No.
You call it a service road.
That's a service road.
I don't know. I've always called it the frontage. All right. What do you call the thing from which you might drink water in a school?
A water fountain.
Oh, a water fountain. Water fountain. Not a bubbler, not a water bubbler, not a drinking fountain. Water fountain.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it too, a water fountain. How do you pronounce the word B-E-E-N?
Ben.
Yep. With the vowel in sit, see, or set. See, bean, set, with the vowel in set, ben. Sit, bean. It's sit. I think it's the vowel in sit, an I. Bean.
Ben. Yep.
Bean.
Yeah.
That's very Southern. How do you pronounce the first syllable of L-A-W-Y-E-R? Say that
Lawyer.
word.
Law.
Rhymes with flaw. Mm-hmm. It doesn't rhyme with boy. Lawyer.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Yeah. Lawyer.
It's law.
Yo.
Yeah. What do you call something that is across both streets from you at an intersection, meaning it's diagonally across from you in general? If you're on one corner and then the opposite corner of the street is what to you?
So what would you call something that is across?
Is it kitty corner, kidda corner, catter corner, catty corner, kitty cross, kitty wampus, or I would only use diagonal for this, or I have no term for this.
Catty corner.
Catty corner. C-A-T-T-Y? I think I would say kitty corner. Kidda corner. All right, you said catty corner. All right, I like that. I like a good catty corner. What do you call a big road on which you drive relatively fast?
Expressway.
Really? Since when do you call that expressway? Is that something they have in Myrtle Beach?
I don't know. I just
Now
before I even read it. I mean, hey, it might have been because of riding with you in Los Angeles, and
I don't call it. Out here, I call it a freeway, but back home, I called it a highway, and that changed.
Okay.
And I never have called it an expressway. I mean, it's like that's if you live over in Baltimore or Washington D.C. or something. I'm surprised you call it an expressway.
I screwed that one up. Yeah.
Well, just be honest. Do you call it a highway, a freeway, or an expressway? sometimes I call it the interstate. Is a freeway bigger than a highway to you?
Yeah, I reckon.
I think it is, yeah. Highway 55 is mostly 2 lanes.
Yep.
But a freeway is gonna be more. Is a freeway free?
Well, a turnpike ain't free, but a freeway I think would be free.
Yeah, maybe that's why they call it a freeway.
Yeah.
But they're saying some people don't think a highway is free, but that's what did you call that? A turnpike?
A freeway has no limited access, no stoplights, no intersections.
A highway can have stops and intersections, but a freeway can't, right?
Mm.
All right, well, you chose expressway. We're just gonna have to go with that. Where does that put you? So, yeah, that one wasn't as southern. What do you call an easy high school or college class? Gut, crip course, bird, blow off, meet, or other?
A crip course.
With a T, crypt, or?
No, crip.
Like the gang member.
That one, yeah.
I don't know what I would have called this, but I guess a crip course, and I don't know how I would spell it, but that's how I would say it too. Okay. What do you call the rubber-soled shoes worn in gym class for athletic activities? It's time for your gym class. Put on your
sneakers.
Would you say sneakers or would you say tennis shoes?
Well, I didn't say, tennis shoes.
That's what I thought. You wouldn't say jumpers, would you? You wouldn't
like
say
what?
Sand shoes or jumpers.
No.
Maybe sneakers. Maybe running shoes.
No, I'd tell you put your tennis shoes on. Of course, if I was in school, I'd probably already have them on. So
I think tennis shoes growing up, I would always call them tenny shoes. Tenny, tenny shoes.
okay.
I didn't realize it was based on a particular sport known as tennis. All right, we're getting there. What is the distinction between dinner and supper? Just tell me, what's dinner and what's supper?
Well,
this has always confused me.
But that's the same thing to me.
Meaning it's at night?
It's at night. Both of them, yeah. You can either have dinner or supper. It's the last meal of the day.
But there are some people that we've known that they call lunch dinner, right?
No, lunch is lunch, and dinner and supper is supper. I mean, and I don't hardly ever call it dinner. I call it supper. You either eat lunch or you eat supper.
But if you did say dinner, you would still mean at night. And
that would be correct.
I would not know what you meant.
Because I mean, if you ask, sometimes if I ask somebody to come over and I said, y'all want to come eat dinner with us tonight? I always say tonight.
Because you don't want them to think lunch.
And then the other way I might say it would be, if you're going to come over, you want to have some supper tonight? We're going to eat supper tonight. So,
and you don't even need to say tonight with supper.
No. I'd probably say it anyway, because I usually do.
All right. There's no distinction for him. Okay. And that was a weird one because it's all over the place. How do you pronounce the words M-A-R-Y, M-E-R-R-Y, and M-A-R-R-Y? Just read all three of them.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
Now, did that sound different to you?
Yes.
Say them again then.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
And you're saying those three are different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Mary,
I know
Mary.
And if I want to be Mary, I'm Mary. And then if I'm getting married, I'm Mary.
Run that by me one more time.
I said, if I know Mary, I know Mary. But if I want to be Mary with Mary, I'm Mary. But if I want to marry Mary, I'd marry Mary.
And that would make you?
Mary.
Dad, you're saying them all three the same.
No, I ain't.
But you're just picturing different things.
Yep.
All three are pronounced the same. You have to check that one. All right. What do you call a traffic situation in which several roads meet in a circle? Rotary, roundabout,
Roundabout.
circle, traffic circle, traffic circus. I have no word for this.
Well, roundabout because they started putting them things in this part of the country. And I might would have used to call it, it was just a traffic circle, but now it's a roundabout because they got them everywhere where you
Okay. And do
can't
they
run
say the
into
word
somebody.
roundabout on them? Is that why you've changed?
I reckon because you get used to driving and you got to get around that. You got to get around that roundabout up there. Got to
Okay.
slow down and get around that roundabout.
How do you feel about the fact that these are going in everywhere?
Well, they say it's for safety reasons, and it's probably at these intersections where they've had a lot of wrecks. So
Okay.
if they think it's helping that, then that's probably a good thing.
I think I like them because you don't stop. The default is not to stop. Only stop if you absolutely have to. Whereas at an intersection, always stop, even when you don't need to. That's what I like about it. It's like
Yeah, but a roundabout, if somebody's already in there, you got to stop too.
Well,
You're
yeah,
supposed
you
to
do.
stop and let them
Or you
on
can-
around.
You can just slow down and then ease right behind them. But there's no
Yep.
legality to coming to a complete stop. And if you
Yeah.
time it right, you can just slide right in there without ever having to apply a complete breakage. When the brake grabs the brake pad, you've lost. I think that is giving in. Like, that's just the defeat of driving. When your brake grabs the brake pad and it just stop, the car just stops completely. Ugh, I hate that. I love a good traffic circle. But you call it a roundabout.
I do now. Yeah.
What do you call the insect that flies around in the summer and glows in the dark?
A lightning bug.
Yep, not a firefly.
No.
You don't use those terms interchangeably.
No.
What about a
I don't
peeny
know. I ain't
wally?
never called a lightning bug a firefly.
Peeny wally?
Well, no.
I never heard of that either. So
Me
you
neither.
seem almost offended that someone would say that you've used the term firefly. It's a lot less syllables, Dad.
But it's still a lightning bug because it's a bug and it lights up.
Well, are you saying it's not a fly that fires up?
No, it's a bug that lights up.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, he changed his mind.
We used to catch them and put them in jars. Yeah. But we turned them loose. Had to
Okay.
poke holes in the top where they could breathe.
What do you call the area of grass between the sidewalk and the road? I don't think I have a word for this. Berm, parking, tree lawn, terrace, curb strip, beltway, verge. I have no word for this.
I have no word for this.
We don't have a word for this. The grass between the sidewalk and the road is where, I don't know, it's where your dog pees.
That's what I was thinking.
There's no word for this. And that's not really the verge. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. That sounds British. Okay. We have no word for that. What do you call a traffic jam caused by drivers slowing down to look at an accident or other diversion on the side of the road?
Rubbernecking.
Yep. See, in the third answer, rubbernecking is the activity, slowing down and gawking, that causes the traffic jam, but I have no word for the traffic jam itself. So the traffic jam caused by rubbernecking is called what? Is that a rubberneck?
Well, I don't know, but people that gawk and drive down the road and try to look and see what's going on, I just call you turning your head around, it's rubbernecking.
Right. But the traffic jam itself, have you ever heard of a gaper's block?
I don't think so.
Gaper's delay?
Looky-loo. No, I ain't never heard of looky.
A looky-loo, I think, is a person. Curiosity delay. Well, that sounds like if you're like a scientist keeping traffic measurements.
Yeah.
Gawk block. I don't think we have a word for this. I mean, we just call it a traffic jam due to rubbernecking, but I don't call it a rubberneck. All right, we're rounding the last turn here. What do you call the small gray bug that curls up into a ball when it's touched? I think I know the
A
answer.
doodlebug.
Really? So pillbug, doodlebug, potato bug, roly-poly, sow bug, basketball bug, twiddle bug, roll-up bug, woodlouse, millipede, centipede. I know what this creature is, but I have no word for it. I have no idea what this creature is. So you're saying doodlebug.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, you find them little holes, you take a little stick down in there and rub it around, and the bug would come out and it would curl up in a, and just curl up where you think it was dead, not to mess with it.
And that was a doodlebug to you?
That was a doodlebug.
See, I call that a roly-poly.
Hmm.
I never thought something with so many legs could be cute. What do you call a large motor vehicle used to carry freight?
I probably got
Semi-truck, tractor trailer,
a tractor trailer.
trailer truck, transfer truck, transport, truck and trailer, semi-trailer, 18-wheeler, truck, rig, big rig, lorry.
I call it a tractor trailer. I mean, that's what I call it.
Sometimes I call it an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Tractor trailer it is. What do you call the small freshwater lobster often found in lakes and streams?
Crayfish.
Not crawfish?
Not crawfish.
Not crawdad? Mud bug, craw,
Hey,
crowfish.
Yeah.
Now, I call this a, I don't know, I think I call it a crawdad. But this is a Louisiana
the reason I
thing.
called it a crayfish is because it's in fresh water. If it's a crawfish, it comes out of kind of salty fresh water.
Oh, briny.
Yep.
All right, he's saying crayfish, I'm saying crawdad. How do you pronounce C-R-A-Y-O-N? C-R-A-Y-O-N. Say it.
Crayon.
2 syllables sounds like cray-on. Some people say it as 1 syllable. Do you know how that would sound?
Crayon?
It's still 2 syllables.
Crayon? No, I don't know how that would.
Rhymes with man, crayon.
It's crayon with me. Yeah.
What about
I'm gonna
crayon
get me a crayon to color with.
Do you call the sweet spread that is put on cake frosting or icing? Or are they 2 different things?
Both.
Both. How do you decide which one you're gonna say? I say icing across the board. But I like frosting better.
Yeah, I like frosting. Nancy said, I'm gonna frost this. I'm gonna put some frosting on this cake over here. And then sometimes she says I'm gonna put icing on it.
Oh yeah.
So
very equal, both. And finally, what do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? Sun shower, the wolf is giving birth, the devil is beating his wife, monkey's wedding, fox's wedding, pineapple rain, liquid sun, or I have no term or expression for this.
The devil is beating his wife.
That's sad. I didn't even know he was married. I'm not surprised that he's abusive.
He's
the devil after all.
I have said that many times in my lifetime, that when the sun's out and it's raining, I say, boy, look at there, the devil's beating his wife.
What is the devil's wife like? Is she just as bad as him? She might be worse. She might like it.
Yep.
Okay, let's submit. Let's see the results. Dad, where do you think your accent is from? Go out on a limb here. Okay, so it's a heat map. So
down south somewhere.
It definitely says down south. It actually says less. Let's see, you're in the northern coastal part of South Carolina, which is the darkest red. So it got you right. But the only other time when it gets that red is in like Alabama and Mississippi.
Well, I have people that have asked me, said they don't think I'm from North Carolina or South Carolina. They say, you must be from Alabama or Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I have
because
had
it gets
that
stronger down there. But nope, you're not. Distinctive answer for each of these. So Montgomery has Service Road. Greensboro, more people say y'all, but also Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. All right. The good news is, Dad, you are certifiably Southern, according to the New York Times. As if you needed them to tell you that.
What are your goals for the upcoming holiday season? Whether it's traveling internationally or connecting with family and friends, a new language can open doors to meaningful conversations and cultural appreciation. In comes Rosetta Stone, the most trusted language learning program available on desktop or as an app. It truly immerses you in the language you want to learn. Rosetta Stone has been a trusted expert for 30 years with millions of users and 25 languages offered. It immerses you in many ways with no English translations, so you really learn to speak, listen, and think in that language. Plus, their built-in true accent feature gives you feedback on your pronunciation. It's like having a personal trainer for your accent. Don't put off learning that language. There's no better time than right now to get started. For a short time, Dispatches from Myrtle Beach listeners can get Rosetta Stone Lifetime Membership Holiday Special. This offer will not last long. Visit rosettastone.com/dispatches. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for the rest of your life. Redeem your holiday offer at rosettastone.com/dispatches today for yourself or as a gift that keeps giving.
All right. Now that we've established that, now you got to say some words.
Oh yeah, here we go again. I hope so.
Who are these from?
From Michael. Michael wants to know, can you pronounce these words? Where's Michael from?
I don't believe he said.
He didn't. Michael, you call in and ask me a question next time. You need to let us know where you from.
That's right.
We're going to go ahead and pronounce your words. Can I pronounce these words? Let's see if I fail.
Let's. These are culinary words. I can see. All right. What's this first one?
Pad thai.
And that's it. And that's what you do. If somebody's gonna be sitting on your lap, what do you need to do first?
Pad your thigh. Pad your thigh.
That's right. Hey, he got you with that one. I mean, that's the one that started us all. Thai food. Just saying that out the way. I mean, I'll never forget riding in the back of the car. We were taking y'all somewhere. You just looking out the window, going across LA. You see a Thai restaurant, and you said, Thai food. That was it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you got that one just as we expected. All right. What's the next one?
Kimchi.
Nope.
Kamachi.
You're adding a vowel in the middle that doesn't need to be there.
Oh.
Yeah, you made it an I, then you made it an A.
Kimchi.
You're adding a vowel in the middle. It's only 2 syllables. And this is good for your gut.
Kimchi.
There you go. Yeah, you go to a Korean barbecue place, you get you some kimchi. You ever had it?
No.
It's kind of like Korean sauerkraut. It's like fermented cabbage and all types of stuff, and it's good for your gut biome, Dad.
Oh, okay.
How's your gut biome these days?
It's pretty good. I'm still have a little trouble once in a while. But.
Oh. All right, let's go Italian with this next one.
Tortellini.
You nailed it. You seem surprised, though. Have you ever ordered it? Do you know what it is?
It's Italian, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, well, I told you that.
Oh, you did?
It's like a pocket of pasta that's folded over on itself. Kind of like a dumpling, but Italian.
Okay.
All right, try this next one.
Oh, good God. Be my pa. Be my pa.
Well, it doesn't end in an A. It ends in a P. So what's the last three letters?
Pap. Bop. Bap.
Bap. That's it.
Bap.
Isn't that it? Is it bop? I don't know how to say this one either, Dad. This is when I would be asking.
Be my bap. Be my bap. Bib and bap. Bib and bap.
Put the second B with the IM.
Bob and bap.
I think
Bob
that's.
and bap.
I think
Bob
that's
and
pretty.
bap.
But how I would say this is bibimbap.
I always thought it was bibimbap,
Is that
but when I saw a lot was peebimbap
bibimbap?
with like a P.
Bibimbap.
That was what I said, wasn't it?
I think you did, yeah.
Kinda.
I think you
One of
eventually
them
said
times.
that. I just want to let you know that I don't necessarily know all of these.
Okay.
All right, let's give it this last one.
Good gracious. Impamada. Impamada. Duh.
Impamada. Well, there's only one M. That second, you're making an M sound, but it's an M.
Impanada.
There you go.
Impanada.
It's not pan, though. The N goes with the next part. So it's just
Empanada.
the emphasis on the NA.
Empanada. Nada. Nada.
You're getting close. All right. That's it. The emphasis is on the NA.
Nada. Nada.
Mm-hmm.
Empanada.
Yeah.
Empanada. Empanada.
It's just say NADA.
Nada.
That's it. And then put the EMPA in front of that.
Empanada.
Say NADA.
Nada.
That's right. You nailed it. Now don't change that when you say the first part.
Nada.
EM.
Empanada.
Yes! You said it. Say it again.
Empanada.
Yes.
Empanada.
Yes. Yes. It's a Mexican pocket. It's a Mexican pocket dish. Woo! We did it.
Oh,
I mean,
Lordy.
you can order food in Italy, you can order food in Mexico, you can order food in Korea, and you can order food in Thailand.
I hear you. Well, if I go down and order, they're probably going to look at me and say, "What did you say?"
No,
like
they'll say, "I've seen you on TikTok." That's going to start happening a lot more. I mean, you're getting millions of views on TikTok. Come on over. Listen to the whole show, y'all.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Link, it's been fun having all of y'all here with us today and all you Myrtle Beasts, and we'll be glad. We'll be back next week for another one.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And while you're at it, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. If you got a question, comment, or story you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbeshagging53@aol.com. And y'all have a great rest of the week. We can't wait to pad your thighs again next time.
That's it.
Oh,
I love you, Dad.
well, it's been another good week, Lee. It's good to see you, and I love you.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Later.